once again for the renegade master. Back 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 once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades, and here I am again. I am back, as my title says, like the renegade master. And what are we here to talk about? We're here to talk about Love Island season 10 episode 54. And before we get into that, as I always say, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you know when I'm going to do videos, as I am on the road to 1k. So come in, feel the love that I'm letting out to all of you. Right, let's get into this episode. So everybody's waking up and Ty is all happy that he woke up next to his girlfriend, first time in his life ever. Okay, so kudos to him and Ella. And then the girls and, you know, all the girls and the lads, they all break off in the mornings and go and have their morning chat and this, that and the other. So the girls are all chatting, and Ella B has basically turned around and talked about how incredible the date was, and that after she's spoken to Mitch that she feels better, and the fact that he said that he didn't say the words that she was fake and a game player. People, what planet are we on? Like, people, what planet are we on? Did we not watch Mitch talking to Lachlan, and Lachlan said the words that he thinks Ella B is fake and that she's a game player because she wants to be more in the villa than she does with him. He used those exact words. And for some reason, Ella B believed that he didn't say those words, and he was just confused, and he was all like kerfuddled and thinking that everything, he was insecure and that, you know, it was, the relationship was too good to be true. And that's all he said. No, as Abby once said, roll those tapes, my dear. Roll those tapes. Because I tell you what, Ella B's just literally not listened to nobody else telling her that this guy said that she were fake and a game player, and chose to believe Mitch and all his guff. All I can say at that point is, you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me. That's how that is gonna go. Seriously. Everybody's just talking. I think Jess really wants to hear the words "I love you" from Sammy. She's nearly at that point, but I don't think she's going to say it to him yet, because she doesn't want to be rejected, because I think Jess would really want to hear those words back if she says it, even though she said, oh, you know, it wouldn't bother me if he doesn't say it, but just as long as he knows. No, love, we know you, if you said and opened up and said I love you to Sammy, you would want to hear those words straight back said to you, because if they did not, you would be hella insecure. If he did not say those words, you would be bothered by that to the 9th degree. So let's not lie to ourselves. Let's not lie to ourselves. All I can say about Mitch is he's just pure evil. There's something wrong with that dude, like really something wrong with that dude. And I really don't get how Ella B can be so self-assured, but then let this man fucking manipulate the fuck out of her to the point where she doesn't believe that he said what he actually said. I'm confused by that movement. I really am. Then the text comes in, and our Litwit and Lachlan go on their dates, which they both look bloody gorgeous. They really did. And they had a date on a yacht. Yes, because we jumped up as soon as the words #bougie came into play. She knew it weren't going to be no shitty date. She knew as soon as bougie was put in there, she knew it weren't going to be no shitty date, but she looked hella hot. That's all I can say. And then everything skips back to the villa, and we see things playing out between Mitch and Ella B. And basically, Ella B, I think, was saying that she doesn't want to brush things under the carpet. And Mitch is there sitting saying how he cares a lot about her. And she's saying, well, for you to have doubts, he clearly did not know her. And I'm thinking, what is the use in having this chat now? What is the use in having this chat now? Because at the end of the day, you forgave the dude. At the end of the day, you listened to the rubbish that he was literally spilling in your ear and you forgave him. So what is the use in you getting on your high horse and having this chat with him now? Because it isn't going to make no difference at the end of the day. So Mitch is there saying, the one thing I'll agree with Ellaby about is when Mitch turned around and says, well, you can't blame, in terms of you can't blame me for the past or something like that. Because he's trying to blame it on the fact that how he worked in a previous relationships and how they then treated him, which has now caused his insecurities. So he's blaming these other girls that he went out with on the issues that he's been dealt with right now. And Ellaby was right when she turned around and she says, well, that's not my problem. I'm a different person. You should treat me as a different person that I am. So you having the issues that you have there, that's not my problem. That's a you problem. And it's true. If what Mitch is saying is true, it's a Mitch problem. So Mitch needs to work on that at the end of the day, rather than putting his shit onto Ellaby, because it just ain't on. As I told you, this man is a master manipulator, total master manipulator. Like, but then I'm kind of thinking, she turns around and she says that she doesn't want the repercussions in regards to when they get into the outside world. Like, if this kind of shit happens again, how that's going to affect their relationship. And he's trying to reassure her. I don't know how Mitch can actually reassure someone from the bullshit that he caused. And it's the fact that he still doesn't accept no responsibility for the shit that he caused and the heartbreak and the hurt that he caused to this girl. He accepts no responsibility for it because he literally wants to shift the blame from himself to something else entirely. So the lads are all in the bedroom just chilling out and the girls are all outside. So then the lads get a text and they have to be undercover lovers. So basically, one lad had to make a smoothie and get all the girls to drink it. One lad had to make up an explanation of a new word and get the girl to believe it. One lad had to get their hair done by one girl and then get another girl to change the hairstyle by saying they didn't like it. And the other one had to get another person who's not your partner to literally massage their feet for 30 seconds. Just before we get into the results of the challenge that the boys had to do, it nips to Whit and Locken on their date on that beautiful yacht, and both of them looking gorgeous, and them actually having a heartfelt conversation. Like, he was saying, like Whit was saying that he genuinely does see a future with her and can't wait to jump in deep with her, to be fair. And also the fact that Whit was saying that he doesn't dim her light. He lets her be the person that she is supposed to be. And she likes that, because not many men can do that for a woman, which is absolutely true. Not many men can do that for a woman. Not many men can be self-confident in order to say, do you know what? I can literally stand in the background and let this person just shine their light in front of me and I'll be happy with that. Not many men or many people can show that type of grace to someone, to allow them to be who they should be and who they are in front of that person, warts and all, at the end of the day. So, as I said, they had a really good date. They really did. And then we shall go back to the challenge that the boys had. So, we get Mitch, who goes to Molly and uses the word subcrackled and tries to convince Molly that the word subcrackled is something that people use because it means that you're tired or, like, you know, a little bit pissed off, something like that. So it's kind of like subcrackled. Molly technically didn't really believe him. Molly technically did not really believe him. And I thought to myself, why in the hell would you go to someone like Molly when you know that she lives like near enough in the same area as you and knows that you'll probably be more likely chatting bullshit, and you didn't even sell it? Because at first she was like, yeah, nah, I don't believe ya. There's no way. And he was going, well, it's a Sheffield thing. She lives down the fucking road, mate. She lives down the road. She knows what terminologies are. And she said nobody's come to her and ever said that. So he was quite stupid to go to Molly and say that, because he could have went to one of the other girls. I mean, even to OG Ella. OG Ella's from Scotland. She wouldn't have heard that term at all. She wouldn't know if it was true or not. Why did you not go to her? That's the mentality of Mitch. That is the mentality of Mitch the bitch. It just don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Then it goes to Sammy, and Sammy asks OG Ella if she can curl his hair. At first, she didn't really want to because she was just chilling on tight. So, but then she did because she's done Sammy's hair before. So she did all of that. But then he managed to get Ella B to change the style. So he managed to finesse that one, to be fair, because I was waiting to see who would fumble the bag in this, to be fair, because there was a prize that they would get, and I do believe that it was like, you know, the party that they would get at the end of the night when everybody came back into the villa. So then we go to Zach and Molly. Well, not Zach and Molly. Then we go to Zach and Mitch, and they started to build up a smoothie, or it might have been Zach and Ty, to be fair. I'm not sure who. Anyway, let's get into it. So they did a smoothie, and they had to convince all the girls to drink it due to its health benefits. They got to everybody except for Jess. Jess would not bow to peer pressure, and I am proud of her for that. She was like, nah, I am not drinking that concoction, and you cannot make me drink that concoction at the end of the day. So she didn't drink the concoction at all. And then Ty managed to get Molly to massage his feet. And to be fair, I don't know what kind of massage that was, because it did look like a happy ending all over his feet, to be fair, and legs. The amount of freaking sun cream she put on that poor boy's foot and legs was ridiculous, ruining the sheets and everything. The text comes in afterwards, basically to tell the guys that they failed at the end of the day. And the reason for that failure was because they didn't get Jess to drink the smoothie. Now tell me why Sammy went off the deep end. Why did Sammy go off the deep end with Jess? At the end of the day, if Jess don't want to do something, she doesn't have to do it. If she says she don't want to do it, she don't have to do it. She did not bow to peer pressure at the end of the day. And you saying what you're saying was just a bag of bullshit at the end of the day, because why are you heaping pressure on her and making it as though it was her fault that you lost the challenge? She didn't know a challenge was going on at the end of the day. She knew something was up with the guys, but she didn't know a challenge was going on at the end of the day. So the correct term was, you should be pissed at yourself, because at the end of the day, it's you lot that lost the motherfucking challenge, because you could not convince all the girls to drink the smoothie, even down to Sammy saying, please do it for me, and she said no. Because you can't take a horse to water if you don't want to drink it at the end of the day. So you pushing Jess into a corner makes me think, how are you going to be within that relationship if Jess actually says, I don't really want to do something because it makes me feel uncomfortable, and you just then going to try and push her into that corner anyway. And when she flips out and says, well, how no, you're then going to blame her for your behaviour that you caused. I mean, really? I don't understand why he got mad over that, because at the end of the day, it wasn't Jess that failed the challenge. It was you and the lads that failed the challenge. Now it rolls on. Whit and Lachlan come back. They have the chats, and then Jess gets a text when they're in the changing rooms that it's Jess and Sammy's date, which they did, and it's going to give princess vibes. And basically they did ballroom dancing, and then they had a meal and then danced again afterwards, which was really quite nice. And they had their little chats. At the end of the day, Jess did not say I love you to Sammy, and Sammy didn't say I love you to Jess at all. They were quite romantic with each other, but I don't think Jess is prepared to say it first and then probably not get an answer I love you straight back, or feel slightly rejected by that. That's my thinking anyway. But basically Sammy was saying that it's been a roller coaster, and Jess was saying, yeah, it was a roller coaster because of you. But then he was trying to say, no, it went both ways. No, Sammy, it did not go both ways in the slightest at all. It's you that made it a roller coaster for Jess to get yourself to the point of where you should be right now at the end of the day. That's who made it the roller coaster. You, Sammy, only you. I actually forgot to say that Whit and Lachlan locked in their pick, and they picked Mitch and Ella B. And then Jess and Sammy also picked Mitch and Ella B as well, and both of them had really good reasons as to why. Said, then we get back into the villa, everyone's back in, and Mitch and Ella B are having a chat with Lachlan and Whit, talking about the votes and this, that, and the other. And I'm kind of thinking, Ella B and Mitch look very uncomfortable in regards to when they talked about their votes. And the thing of it is Ella B sat there talking about how they were honest in regards to their votes and how they picked the person in regards to their votes. And I'm thinking, you picked the most shittiest reason to pick Whit and Lachlan. Like, really picked the most shittiest reason to pick Wick and Lawton, then sat there saying how honest you were in regards to deliberating on who your vote was going to be, and then the fact that you said it wasn't down to favouritism. Yes, it was down to favouritism. We all know it was down to favouritism at the end of the day. And then if you clearly notice, is that Ella B will freaking put in with Mitch's lies. Like, both of them are liars. I've caught Ella being out on 2 lies throughout the episodes, and Mitch is just a liar through and through, to be fair. Until he's literally caught out on motherfucking camera, that man will literally say the sky is bloody green and have people believe him at the end of the day. But yes, the way in which Ella B spoke to Whit and Lachlan was basically covering up the lies for her and Mitch. So she is complicit sometimes in the behaviours that he shows to cover up the shit that they are, to be fair. And I'm sorry I have to say that the shit that they are, because they're really not a compatible couple. They really are not a compatible couple. So it really did not surprise me that everybody did kind of pick Mitch and Ella B. And the only person who picked Whit and Lachlan was freaking Mitch and Ella B. And again, over a stupid reason. So then you've got Ella B and Mitch going off and speaking to each other, basically worrying and saying, well, do you think everybody's picked us? And they're saying, yes, we do. Why do you think? And then Ella B having to say, oh, well, I don't know why, because I think we are a very compatible couple. No, you ain't. You're not. You're not a compatible couple at all. You're really not. And just over the past few weeks with the situation with Abby, you then finding out the truth that Abby did tell the truth, and then the situation thereafter with Mitch and his runaway mate at the end of the day, you are not a compatible couple, because you really don't have communication with each other whatsoever in regards to how each other's feeling before you say things to others. And then also on top of that, you both lie. You both like to lie a lot. As we get to the end of this episode, here was me thinking another text will come through and it'll be the case of everybody's voted, so the least compatible is going to get booted off the island, which is Mitch and Ella B. But no, they're leaving it to the public. They're leaving it to you lot. So I missed the vote, which I'm quite sad about. But I hope to God you do send home Mitch and Ella B. Like, seriously, Mitch needs to leave the island now. Mitch really does need to leave the island now. Him and his little snaky feet, snaky mind, snaky hips, everything snaky. Beelzebub, the devil, anything else you want to call him. He needs to leave the island now. And by default, Ella B will go at the end of the day. And that's all I can say in regards to this episode. But I will be back on your screens very soon with the next episode. So as I like to say, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that notification button, and I'll be back very, very soon. Bye.